Hello everyone, this is just some, hopefully 2 games of the T803 when I was 3-marking it. I thought these were kind of the best games of my session, so I thought I'd show them to you. So yeah, we're just on Westfield, which is like basically the best map in the game, probably for this tank. And we have a very nice matchup of a lot of heavy tanks, basically. I mean, what, you have 4 TDs and 11 heavy tanks. Oh, I'm in 2 times, oh, 2 times 3. Anyway, so yeah, obviously we just have 3 shots on this 268 crossing. We might get another one. Maybe? Nope. And yes, this is basically now peeking this ridgeline is now like a 50-50 chance of if you're going to be penned by the TDs at the back, and if you aren't, then you're going to have a very good time, and if you are, you're going to have a very bad time. Obviously this matchup is basically pro, but there's no one here as well. There is literally, our whole team is fighting here. This is like basically the best scenario in the game. So, you know, bear in mind, that's why I can get these kind of results. So obviously we're just playing on top of the ridgeline. I'm trying to keep my turret towards the TDs at the back as much as I can, but obviously when I turn my turret to the left to shoot something, then I will obviously expose the side of my turret, but I try and quickly turn my turret to the right to get my full turret armor towards the TDs. Now I spot the Hirschkäfer here and give him a shot. And I give him another one as well. And there's TP as well. There's still just oblivious, it seems. And I mean, there's so many tanks to shoot. It is basically a turkey shoot right now. But yeah, the T8. I mean, I found this tank quite annoying to mark, to be honest. I don't really know why. I guess I just kept on thinking I had turret armor when I don't, because the cupola exists. Obviously the DPM is very good. I think stock it's 2.8 with like no gun armor, no nothing. That's a bad play by me. I should have seen these people on my right and not taken all them shots. This TP is really wanting to kill me, so I have to try and block his gun here because he's going to be probably firing heat, and obviously the gun can absorb his shell. Obviously need to be very careful of the BZT because he has 850 alpha and he can one-shot me. So I'm very careful about him. Yeah, I mean, obviously this game is already very good, 7k damage. So we're seeing how much we can do more before. I thought I was going to die. To be completely honest, I thought this game was over already. I thought the BZT or the 60p was just going to peek me and I would die. Or someone, like, you know, behind me on the ridgeline. Kind of die like that Type 71. But yeah, anyway, I mean, you basically get... I mean, it's basically 2,850 DPM with no upgrades, no nothing. With upgrades, it goes to 2.9, and then when you start using the levels, it starts to go up by like 100 every single time, so it goes up to 3,000 for level 1, 3.1 for level 2, 3.2 for level 3, level 4 is 3.3, and level 5 is 3.5. And after that, when you put a rammer on it, and food, and BIA, and etc., you know, it goes up to about 4.3. Which is incredible TPM, and obviously we are using it this game because it's been, you know, 3 minutes, no, yeah, 4 minutes into this game, and we already have 10k damage. So we've been basically firing non-stop for about 2.5 minutes. But now we have 10k, which is, you know, a good game to say the least. And I thought, bruh, this game is not gonna go. I'm gonna die to this BZ peeking on the top here. You know, I'm just praying that, you know, he misses my cupola, trying to block it with my gun, but, you know, unfortunately, he does hit the tank, or it does hit the, this grill is just in the open. I probably should have intuition to HE before peeking that, just to get him done. I also did the mission for Vanguard 12 here, which, you know, you don't expect to do, really, in a tier 11, I would say, but, you know, it's possible. So now I've just gone to the outside because I thought that this flank is kind of dying, and I wanted to just make sure this BZ couldn't overpeak me. Now we have this BZT that is just staring at me because this is what people do. They love to stare. I'm just taking a bit of a risk here to peek. I mean, obviously my Cupola's on, you know, the left side, so it's less likely to be hit by him, but, you know, he still could have fired HE or something, and that probably kills me. But, yeah, now we're trying to look for this T8. Got him. The stash just, I guess, overestimates his armor or something. I don't know, he just fucking sends it. And now we're just playing the waiting game of making this T8. Just look at someone else, if we can. I think the grill fires HE there, I think. And now this grill just comes out into the open. I should have switched to AP here, really. I guess I just was thinking that I would just die before I would get to shoot anything else, but, you know, now it's just back to farming again. I don't know if it would have been better to shoot this guy instead, because, I mean, how are you meant to know the scale 1 bounces, but, you know, I thought this, obviously I'm going for damage now, so I'm shooting him, because he's, you know, 340 health, so I can always get more on this guy, and then I turn for this guy, that's 4.7, and, yeah, 14.7, sorry, and, yeah, that's it. Obviously, this was like best case scenario, so, you know, doing 14.7 is not normal, and I very much doubt you'll get a game like this ever again. Well, I will, at least. Maybe someone else will. But, yeah, I mean, best matchup possible, I think. The only thing that could have been better would be the TDs were heavy tanks as well, really, and that would have been the best. Yeah, I'll show you one more replay. Here is another replay from Airfield in the T8. I thought I'd just show you another one, you know, show you a main course and a dessert. Yeah, here we are on Airfield. Obviously, this is with the map changes that happened recently. And personally, I like going to this position because, as you saw, you can kind of shoot over this new hill that they've added, and you can normally get a few shots on heavy tanks that are crossing over, or at least coming to the, I don't know what you'd call this, tunnel, I guess. So, yeah, you can normally get a few free shots on this, as you can see. I mean, the mouse is being a bit of an idiot, but, you know, if not, I'd be finding the Contender, or Contriver, whatever the fuck it's called. But, obviously, you need to be a little worried about this angle the T803 is on, as well as, you know, the corner that he was on earlier, because, you know, they can just peek that corner sometimes and shoot you. Especially as this thing doesn't really have much hull armor, to be honest. So you do need to be careful because of that. But, yeah, overall, I would say I didn't really like the T803 for most of my time marking it. I don't know why. Like, I think I was just playing it wrong for most of the time. But, I think after that 14k, I kind of realized how more to play it, and mostly just trying to realize that, you know, the cupola on top will be shot, so you either need to trade effectively for it every time you peek, or, you know, make it really hard to hit. Obviously, going like this way, you know, like going, like peeking this Contender instead of like sitting still and then rocking back and forward to try and miss my cupola, I'm, you know, making, I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean, like, I'm going backwards and forwards, making him have to turn his turret, like, left and right to be able to hit me, instead of just, you know, a very easy shot is just wait for the guy's cupola to come back into view. But, yeah, it's a lot harder for him if I go left and right of his aim, rather than going back and forward. So, yeah, after we killed the Contriver, normally I never really push through the tunnel, because I think it's kind of bad to do so. Obviously, you're just going into crossfire. So that's why I came on the outside, or came to the outside. Because, I mean, I saw this Rhino and I thought, that looks like a juicy tank. I mean, I was praying that the Jaeger wasn't going to be here. I thought maybe he's A9, you know, just being a random Jaeger in A9, but I took the chance because I thought this game was kind of over already, to be honest. Because, you know, we're 4k up and 2 tanks up, but, I mean, you'll see in the end that, you know, we weren't actually winning that well. But now we just have this E100 in the middle of the open. Obviously, this is another reason to come out of the tunnel, because this guy is now in crossfire, and is just kind of giving his entire tank to me, because he can't hide it. Or at least he doesn't realize his tank is actually very exposed here. Aiming for a very tiny shot. Hit it, but, you know, actually don't hit any armor. And now, need to be careful of this Jaeger obviously aiming for me. Hit that shot. I should have never realized this Rhino was on my left. Have to then, like, obviously now I had to not go across this way because the Jaeger would have hit my turret and probably penned, so I have to go around slightly to make sure that he doesn't have the angle on me. And now I'm just going to pretend like I'm not looking at the Rhino, and the Rhino gets baited by that. I can't believe that still works, to be honest, of just looking away and people still just think you're not going to be aiming at them. But yeah, now we just help our Contriver and finish off the E100. And yeah, now we have a choice of going back to base or probably push forward. I chose to go back to base because I thought there'd just be more damage back here, and, you know, winning is cool. But maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have gone through the tunnel. Maybe, or something. I don't really know what the best play would be, because obviously you don't really know what the enemy's going to do, but, like, I could have maybe pushed to the Jaeger, maybe, and then, but then it's like a Sturv was covering him and stuff, so I was like, don't really like that idea, so, but, you know, now I'm trapped, so, was it that much better? I don't know. And now it's basically all about patience, you know. I can't really leave, because the STRV is on G4, so I'm basically stuck here, really, and I have to wait for the enemy team to kind of push me. This pan, for some reason, peeks into a hold down T803, which, you know, even with the cupola, it's still a hold down tank. I don't know why he peeked into that. The Sturv is somewhere out there. It's also a very annoying position for the pattern. I thought this game is very much over now, but again, this pattern just keeps on wanting to peek into me. And I'm still stuck. Obviously, I have to wait for something to die or push. So I'm still just holding my health for as long as I can. And this T100 really wants to kill the Batchat. For some reason, somehow the Batchat gets 2 shots off, so the LT's a 1-shot for me. So I finish him off. And now I'm just waiting for really the pattern to come behind me and finish me off. But the SDRV somehow gets spotted. I guess he was just further away this time. And this allows me to actually play the video game. Because now I have a little bit of health. Kind of a shame, you know, I kill the SDRV and then our SDRV dies. Could have got the color ban off, maybe. Or like have the possibility of getting the color ban off. I didn't expect the pattern to be there, so he gets a shot into me. This pattern kind of underestimates my reload, I guess. And now I have to peek on this pattern because I can't let him get close on a 2-shot IMO. If he gets close on a 2-shot, I will most likely die. Because he'll just push me, take the 1-shot, and then finish me off. But, you know, I had a better reload than him, so I kept on peeking, because for some reason he chose to fight me. And now, SDRV on my side, he bounces, I guess on my turret or something. And he shoots again, and he bounces, and then he just goes out of the siege mode for some reason, and tries to run away. I don't know why he didn't just go into the siege mode there, but he just keeps on running for some reason. I don't really know why. And then I aim for track. I mean, technically that should have killed him, judging by my alpha damage doing 420, right? Is it 420? Yeah, 420. So it should have killed him, but I tracked him anyway. And now I'm expecting the Jaeger to be in the tunnel, and there he appears. Intuition to heat here, I think. And now I reload back into AP because I want to save my heat shell until I absolutely need it. And now I'm just aiming at his cupola. And obviously this is a scary peak still, but there is basically no better option than peeking this now when I'm basically fully hull down against him. Now I switch to heat. Now this guy doesn't look like a very good player, judging by the way he's handled this situation. He didn't look like a very good player at all, so I'm just going to try and bait him by going around this way, stopping when I'm unspotted and turning back. And let's see which way he's looking. So looking for him. Oh, he was looking the other way, but now I'm in an even better scenario to finish him off. And that's another 10k and 9 kills. It would have been a Kolobanov if, I waited about, 5 extra seconds to kill the STRV. Not the STRV, was it the yeah, the STRV, I think. Or my own STRV to die, at least. But yeah, I kind of made a graveyard here with these 4 people. Obviously got quite lucky against this STRV that he just ran around the rock. I would have been forced to fight him in the hull down, at least. And, if he stopped here and then just aimed for me, I would have been forced to pressure him, or at least peek on him every single time, and he would have just gone through my shoulder plate, which is another thing I find annoying about this tank. But yeah, I'll try and find the battle results now. Okay, so I can find the battle results anywhere apart from here, so here you go. Many shots, and yeah. I think I did my teams combined, I think. That's that's 9k, right? That's basically 10, 13, okay, so I basically did just under what my team has done to get it combined. And, still made profit with a premium account, so, spamming all the go rounds helped a lot. Right, next was the 10k one on Airfield. Again, not really much to look at here. I basically did what my team did. And lost credits on this one though. Unlucky. I don't think I was running. Yeah, I wasn't running boosters, I don't think, on this one by the looks of it. So I didn't earn credits. But yeah, that is everything. So thank you for watching, and probably next video will be KL1, probably, I think.